So today I want to talk about a movie that almost starred Jason Segel, and because it didn't star Jason Segel, he ended up writing Forgetting Sarah Marshall, and that movie is The 40-Year-Old Virgin, which you might have seen from the title. Now, I'm going to try not to have too many spoilers here, but there might be some if you haven't seen The 40-Year-Old Virgin. It's quite an older movie, so I'm sure you've already seen it if you wanted to see it. But if you're unfamiliar, The 40-Year-Old Virgin stars Steve Carell, Paul Rudd, Seth Rogen, and a couple other great people come in and out, smaller roles. But it's essentially a movie about how Steve Carell he's a 40-year-old virgin, and his coworkers want to help him with his problem, help him find a lady friend. And so it kind of shows that kind of fish out of water story. And, there's a lot of great, funny moments. And that's really what I like about the movie, is that there are a lot of great set pieces. That's what you call a scene that's like, it's fun, they call it a set piece. And oftentimes how movies are written is the set pieces are come up with first, and then the story is actually kind of built around them. So I'm sure you've seen the scene of Steve Carell getting his chest hair waxed, and a little bit of trivia, that's actually done for real, and it was done in one take because it had to be. It's Steve Carell getting his chest hair waxed, and you can even see like the blood and stuff. And Paul Rudd is great in this. Seth Rogen is great in this. Steve Carell just absolutely murders it. They all do great. But the problem I have with this movie is that it's too long, and there appears to be two movies here. You've got the first movie, which is kind of like a buddy comedy with Steve Carell and his coworkers becoming friends, and going out on these adventures. And that's great, and it's fun. And then there's the second, maybe not half the movie, but second part of the movie where Steve Carell meets a lady and they develop a relationship, and there's kind of some conflict with his virginity. He doesn't want to bring that out to her. So you've kind of got two movies here. You've got a buddy comedy and you've got a romantic comedy. And that's all fine and well. The problem is the movie runs for about 2 hours, and there's just a lot of scenes that I feel like could be cut. And they don't really serve the movie. When you're writing movies, there's a phrase often said to kill your darlings. And I think that just didn't happen here enough in this movie. And so you just have a movie that kind of drags on, and it really feels like it wants to be two separate movies the way it's made. You have these kind of subplots that don't really work in the story, that aren't really that important, and like, while they're really funny, like some of these they'd be like fantastic as like a sketch. They just don't serve the movie super well, and it's like they're all great. It's hard to pick ones that you would be like, well, that could go. It's just like they all really don't have a lot to do with the story. So you can kind of cut any of, you can kind of pick a couple at random and just cut it. And I think with a shorter runtime, I think the movie would be vastly improved. Or if it was just more focused, if it was just more kind of on the rom-com side of it, or if it was more just kind of on the buddy comedy side of it, I think either way, it would be a fantastic movie. It would be an A+ movie. But as it is, it's just kind of, it's okay. It's a long movie. It's a movie you could put on for the background, and not have to pay too much attention to, because it goes slow, and you get what's happening without having to be watching every scene. So think about the movie. I think it's pretty good. It's worth watching if you haven't seen it. You know, you like buddy comedies, you like some kind of gross out humor. You know, give it a watch. It's not bad. But it's not up there in my list of like must see comedies. I wouldn't call it a must see. I would call it it's worth watching if it's on and you're trying to kill 2 hours. So that's what I think. Yeah, I don't really know how to end this. I'm still new at the soft spoken ASMR movie reviews. So I gotta come up with a good catchphrase, but really, it's until next time. I'll keep watching movies and I'll tell you what I think about them, and tell me what you think. Leave a comment down below. I love chatting about movies. I'm a big movie nerd. The only thing I ask is let's not crap on movies, because making movies is very tough. So I don't ever want to like be mean about movies, but I feel like I don't feel like what I said was mean. I think that's just what is subjective. The movie is just too long, and it's trying to do too many things. So, anyway, I hope you're having a good day. I hope things are going well, and if not, well, I hope it turns around for you. I'll see you next time.